Hey guys, welcome back to today's video. Look where we are. We're in Tristan shop. We got the Barra here and we're gonna get it in the engine bay today, hopefully. According to the information I've been given, apparently the standard EF single overhead cam engine mounts actually bolt onto the Barra and should go straight into the car. If that's not the case, then we're in a bit of a pickle. We should be able to use all standard parts to sit the engine in the bay, which I'm excited about.
Have a sass.
Alright, I never got to show you guys the paint up close in the sunlight because it wasn't sunny on the day that I brought it outside of the garage, but I don't know if you can see there, but there's a really deep pearl in this color. A lot of the pictures that I've been posting on the socials, you can't really tell how pearly this thing is. I want you guys to know that it's not a flat orange, it's a really nice deep color. I'm gonna try to keep convincing you guys it looks good, but you're not gonna think it looks good until it's actually in the car, I reckon. Orange thoughts? Orange? Thoughts, comments, questions?
You know what colour you should have gone?
What?
Hot pink.
Yeah, that would probably be good.
Hot pink would have looked good.
Yeah, I reckon. Smile, fam. So we finally have the EF in almost in all the way in Tristan's shop, and I'm going to show you exactly what we need to do before we get the engine in. So I'm sort of just having a look at everything, and I can tell right off the bat that, yeah, what Lachlan's doing, we don't need those. He's removing the heater core lines that'll be chopped off.
that I chopped off.
that you chopped off. So we also can remove the trans cooler lines because we don't need any of these anymore, because we will be running our own trans cooler, not with the hard lines, because you can see that they do take up some room in the pit right here. But if you remember in last video, we have to notch out the oil sump because this is exactly what I was talking about. The subframe sort of comes across right here, and this is what the sump would have hit if we didn't notch it out. So we're going to test fit it today, and hopefully with the cutout that we've done on the Barra, which I'll show you right over here, hopefully it clears the subframe. So what we've gone ahead and done is remove the standard transmission cooler lines and also the heater core lines that Lachlan chopped off to remove the engine. And now the next thing we need to figure out is what part of the engine mount that I need to use, because we currently have the B series engine mounts bolted onto the engine itself. We have also taken off the E series single overhead cam engine mounts, and they're just chilling over here. And I don't know if we need to use the top portion of it or if we just use the lower section of it. So I'm going to try bolt these upper sections onto the engine itself, and if it lines up, if it doesn't, then we probably only have to just use these bottom portions and let the engine sit on this part of the mount. But we're going to have to figure it out because I have no idea what I am doing. I can't get over the fact that he uses the same fucking. That's crazy. So that has to face towards the back. Okay, we're almost about to put the engine in. So I'm gonna show you what I did with the mounts. It turns out that you do have to use the E-Series engine mounts. So we're not gonna use any part of the B-Series mounts. And that's because there's a little hole here for a locator for the engine mounts. So if you come over to the engine mounts, which we have also mounted in the car, you can see that there's a locator right here. And it's sort of vertical, whereas on the B-Series ones, they're horizontal to where I'm looking at right now. So this locator on the B-Series one is over there. We can't actually use that. We have to use the E-Series mounts. So if you're gonna do this swap, don't use the B-Series mounts at all. You can see on the other side as well, we also have the B-Series mount. They're a lot smaller and they're a bit heavier. I'm sure it really won't make a difference in the grand scheme of things. We also need to take the hood off to be able to lift the engine in here. I don't think we're going to be able to finesse it without taking this hood off. It doesn't take too long to do, but we should be able to get the engine resting on these mounts today. Maybe not bolted on, but in a position where we can see what exactly we need to cut to make it all fit in there, which I'm super excited about. Unfortunately, the Barra does sit a little bit tall because the engine that's originally in there is a single overhead cam, whereas of course the Barra is a dock. Give me a dock, for your dirtiest dock. Wait.
A dock? Dock?
Now come on, go dock.
Dock.
We're almost ready to get the Barra in the engine bay now. I'll just give you an update. Pretty much nothing's changed other than the fact that we took off the hood. We've made these engine mounts a little bit loose, So we're able to wiggle them around so we can sort of, get it on there and then move the engine mounts to align into these holes right here. We do need to be careful, of course, because we just freshly painted this and we want to make sure that the chains don't scratch the freshly painted job. But what I'm really curious about is to see what the orange looks like in the engine bay. I think it's going to look good. I'm pretty confident about that because it's sort of a complementary color to aquamarine or whatever the frick this is.
Didn't know you were a math major.
It's like an Instagram-y thing. You know how some people go like this color theme and then they go orange as well? Like
This color thing.
teal, like the teal, what is it? Teal and...
Teal and... Is it magenta?
No, teal and orange. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I know what you're talking about, but I don't know your point.
I don't know. Anyway, another big reason is, of course, because it is literally my favorite color. So I don't give a crap what you guys think. Because it's my favorite color. I reckon it's gonna pop and it's gonna look sick. So yeah, we'll just see what happens. Should be fine. Alright guys, we finally have the Barra in the EF Falcon. Have a sus! I didn't record this, but we put the hood back on and we've taken off the hood lining, which I actually did record. We went around and we just took that off because this hood's not actually going to close unless we cut some portion of the hood out. But yeah, have a sus. It looks sick. I'm very happy with it. It goes in there pretty well, but there is one problem that we're facing right now, and that's the fact that the Barra is tilting sort of on an angle backwards like that, and the problem we're facing is that we can't actually move it any more forward because it's hitting the subframe, which makes me a little bit worried. It makes me think that we didn't cut the oil pan out entirely correctly. Because the engine's coming out anyway, we're gonna have to probably notch it out again, and we do have to tap the sump because we need to take the oil pan off again anyway, so it's not too much of a hassle. We'll find out when we put the transmission on the back whether the Barra is going to stick up or down, and if it sticks up a little bit, we do have the clearance then, but if it doesn't, then we're going to have to redo all the welding that we did that took 3 days to do. I want you guys to comment down below what you think about this color scheme. I'll be entirely honest. Second thoughts now. I was pretty confident before we put it in, and the boys are here smiling at me right now because I'm being a bit of a clown because it's not the best, huh?
Like, from far it looks pretty good, but the more I look at it, I just sort of like...
Oh no!
What
do you think, fam?
Just two powerful colors, right? It just doesn't suit.
Now that you've said that, Lachlan, I get it. Yeah.
You gotta have one submissive and one dominant color. When you have two doms, it just doesn't work.
Yeah, so yeah. Before you guys click off today's video, stick around because there's a few bits of information that you guys, I think, are gonna wanna know because it's an update on the Chaser and I think you guys deserve an update. I firstly want to say that after editing the videos, I do appreciate the color choice that I've picked. It looks really good on camera, so I actually don't mind it too much. I was kind of worried because I sat it in the engine bay and I was like, oh, that's pretty loud, but that's exactly what I wanted. And the orange, of course, a big reason for picking orange is that it's my favorite color. So I'm happy with it. We're just gonna rock it. I can't be bothered painting it. Now the next thing is that we have to put a little bit of a pause on the EF Falcon content, and that's because we are taking the Chaser drifting this Sunday at Winton. So by the time you see this video, the current Sunday after this video, I will be at Winton Raceway on the skid pan with the Chaser for the very first time. I'm very excited, also very worried. There's a few things that we need to do to the thing. We need to get diff bushings done, and we also need to fix an exhaust hanger because it's currently off to one side and it's like smacking the hell out of my bumper. So a bit of tender love and care should get this thing ready for the racetrack, and I'm extremely excited to drift this thing. Completely off topic of today's video, but Oh Jesus. We've been ordering a lot of parts for the EF Falcon. However, we won't be doing anything to it for the entire week because it's also my birthday on Thursday as well. So I'm gonna try to take some of the time off as well as try to do the diff bushings and the chaser. But the biggest thing that I wanna say is that the chaser is just gonna be so much better to drift than the AU Falcon. I'm really excited about that because it's got way more power. And one of the biggest things of drifting the AU on the track, I learned most of the basic stuff like steering inputs and throttle inputs, but when I wanted to carry out a drift, I just didn't have the power to do so, and the chase is gonna enable me to do that. It's got more than enough power. It's making 330 kilowatts at the wheels. Arguably, it's too much power for the track, especially for someone that's like learning like me, but either or, I'm excited and I'm keen. Since I'm giving you guys a lot of updates about things, I may as well tell you this as well. So we have a merch drop coming up very soon. I don't have the exact dates yet because I'm still waiting for my shipment. I'm getting a few messages on Instagram and even comments asking about the benkyspec.com website. Now, it's been taken down because we're doing a whole revision of all the merch on there. So we're going to get rid of pretty much all the stickers that we had on there and refresh them and, you know, get some new designs in. So when that's live, I will let you guys know. We're getting a really limited amount of stock coming in, and the merch that I'm ordering is of next quality. I'm so happy with the designs, the quality, and just how they turned out. So we'll get to see them very soon and I'll show you. But that's a little update at the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed the EF Falcon getting a Barra. I didn't expect it to actually go in as easy as it did, but it did. I'm gonna stop rambling. I got work to do. It's actually the current day where we're gonna start doing the diff bushings. Catch you guys in the next one. Have a sus. See you later.